what I mean? He loses his mind. Unless he doesn't have his buddies. I take him out of his barn, you will see in that driveway what he does.
Well, just good boy.
And he'll stand there as long as you want him to stand there,
Wow.
unless his buddies aren't around. When his buddies aren't around, he stands there 30 seconds and then he starts the dancing again. But if he's got any other horses, he'll stand there for 10 minutes. if
You
he's
see,
wanting to.
he just convinced he's in danger here.
Yeah,
so
by
himself.
himself.
On his own. But like if it was my horse, I would be down here. I'd be down here 3 hours, and he'd go till he was.
I can do that. I mean, I can do that. That's if I know that I can get somewhere.
He can't crowd you like up there.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? So you've got to get that
Really good there.
You know, so he's really not crowding you, and so you can be gentle with him, but you know, I'd be here till the threat of being down here is gone. It could take you hours. You can see that it's possible, you know. So we'll see if we can take him back with a bit of quality.
Okay.
I don't want him rushing on me, so.
So those clips you've just seen, guys, were when we were in America a little while ago. I had a few horses to visit, and also we were doing a horsemanship demonstration. It was in North Carolina. Now, this particular visit was quite something, really. It's a real shame that this particular horse is extremely anxious when he hasn't got any of his buddies around, or he hasn't got a horse within sight, or even needs to be close to him. He gets very anxious, gets almost uncontrollable at times. You can't mount him. He'll kind of run through you, and it's dangerous. And the annoying thing about it for his owner is if he's got his buddy right there, he can be a wonderful horse to ride. He'll stand lovely, he'll side up, be calm, have a low head. He's just great, but his anxiety rises and rises and rises when he's on his own. And those clips were me spending a few hours with him on his own. I made sure after I'd done a little bit of groundwork in the barn, we went down and we got somewhere. We had some quite major breakthroughs, but obviously a lot of work to do to try and improve it. And he is 18, so it's pretty deep set. But there are things you can do to maybe not eliminate it completely, but to offset it and to be more of a factor in his life, for him to look up to and to look for support from. So that was that. Now, what was an opportunity not only for the audience that were coming to my demo, but also for the owner and the horse, his owner and him, to come to the demo and me work with him on his own in the arena and try and get him over. It would be a great experience, actually, I thought, for him, with all the audience, the atmosphere, and for him to hopefully settle. So that's what you'll see now is my session with this rather troubled horse, and I think you'll enjoy it, actually. Yeah, it was quite something. So here we go.
Yeah, so there we go. So I'm gonna. So when he put energy into his feet, then I quit. I quit when I have the energy in this. You've got to have him really. You've got to have him real good about space, real good about backing up. The better you can back him up, the better. Now I've just firmed up slightly with him, so now I'm telling him I'm a good guy, and I'm going to see whether I can lower his head a little bit here. Wait. It's engaged. I'm going to lift my hand like I do in the saddle. He disengaged quite nicely there. So we'll go here now. He's going over here, which I'd rather have him a bit more behind me, but just the shoulder. cannot do enough of this. Them stopping. Telling nobody is. Always reward the slightest try. Telling nobody is. Get lighter already. You cannot yield him enough. I'd even yield him to the washroom around the corner where I noticed you got. Back him out of his stable. Back him out of his stable to it. Back, back, back. Yield, yield, yield. There. That's getting better. Did you see a slight improvement there with that? You can't beat that. Can't beat that. Find quarter yield. I'm going to wait for there. Go this way. See what it's like on this side. Raise my hand, walk into the hind quarter. There you go. And he's putting me in this eye all the time. Anyone noticing that? He got me in this eye, but nice, really nice. Right, so let's see if I can lead into driving. Let's see if we can get a little bit of that done. Because the more he thinks we're his leaders, the less he's gonna. Now he's put me in the other eye. So I'm leading him, driving him. His head's coming down, would you say? Leading him. And it's all the same stuff. All the same. Right. Driving. Leading. Driving. Leading. What's coming up? So I'm coming over here, look. I'm coming over there. I'm not making it first about him. So I do this. It's about his face. So now I'm coming over here and around. And I'm waiting until he does it without me needing the flag. And he's arranging for me with a nice bend there. And he's starting to get it. Nice bend. Lead. Drive. Stop. Lovely. Now the other eye. Oh, I love the shoulder. How can I get excited about that? No. So I really don't like your big that. He's a little bit up, but I just ignore that. Come on. That's not going to do it for you. I stop it. So there's leading, driving, to leading. Anybody noticing a different horse this side? Driving, a little bit bothered. My gaze goes over here. Leading. Getting better. You need, when you can get him down to school, I'd go down and I'd do an hour of this. We get tired before them, let me tell you. They've got the resilience and staying power more than us. So you might think, how much can they take? Well, you can do a lot. So there's the driving. My gaze goes over here. You should feel that. And then leading. He got it. He got it. And there's the driving. I'm looking over here. ask that right foot to go back. A little bit of unrequested. Let's just check him out with the flag. Have you ever flagged him? Check him out. Check him out like you know. No, it's important now that I don't quit this till he kind of deal with it. So I'll keep this going until he realises moving ain't doing nothing. It's not doing anything. Moving ain't getting rid of it unless I go flying. Because he can pull me nowhere, no worries. Okay. What's that? So the main thing is there, that was flooded. I flooded him with the flood, I flooded him. But if you let go of the flood, right, so I'm just going to look down here now. It's not about him, my arm's down, neutral. And it shouldn't bother him. It should work out. All the moving and the getting worried never did nothing but standing still to it. Does that make sense? Well, and seeing this through the problems, I find people just pick up something. Yeah, I must do more with old yellow. I've got to keep doing it with old yellow a bit more. And then we have messages back, yeah, it was great, we just kept going until he stood still. So that's showing you, I mean, I could really probably go for it now. Good, really good. And then tell him how good he is. Tell him how good he is. That's it. And then a little bit back to. So the flag or sticks or whatever you use are useful, but they're useful in a way that it has a meaning to the feet. And the meaning to the feet in neutral is stand still. So it's still related to the feet. It's still related to his feet. Just keep your feet still and you'll be fine. You'll be really fine. Yeah, good. So we've got him a little bit used to that. Now, what I am going to try and do with him is see if I can get him to back up with a string around his neck. You've never done that? Yeah. So do you want to see that, guys? See if I can get him to back up. You bought one? Alright then, I think you'd be better off with two. two always works better. Right then, so, tell him how good he is. Now, if he pushed into me here, I would, in the moment, say that is absolutely the worst thing you could do. And I'll bump him back and make it clear. Not scream, don't do that! Why do you do? You know, I see it all the time. Oh, that was good, wasn't it? You know, you've got to relate it to the feet if you can in the moment. So let's see if we can do something. Well, I'll be honest with you, he's doing all right. He's not winning like that, and he can't see her. Well, he knows they're there. Right. So can everyone see? Everyone see? So I'm going to start, and I'm going to pick up this, and I'm going to tut, and I'm going to put a bit of pressure, and a bit of pressure that he thinks he might get rid of it with his head down, more pressure, there. Yeah, he had one little tiny step, tiny step. So we'll try again. Right, there, a little step. So Yeah, well, stop shushing. Put quite a bit of pressure now. Release. Release. That was half the pressure. There. Not too close. Go around there. Oh, above the shoulder. Raise my hand. Back up 2. And all of that jerkiness by day 5, 6, that's gone. He's listening. He's not sure at the moment. He's really unsure about everything with me. So you get a few reactions and busy mouth. Let's drop his head down because he's getting quite tense there. So, do you see what happened to his mouth as soon as I did it? It's almost impossible for a horse to, now there, I want that bubble. I don't care how much he moves up on me. I'm just being particular about that space and that other foot. Thank you. Let's try that again. Right. And rub it. Keep on doing this till the right, when it's really hard to do from around his neck, then you can start off with this, what I'm doing there, because I'm kind of cheating into it. So I'm touching, release, 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 release. Then I go to here and release. You can see that build there. That's really good. So let him know about it. Lots of praise, loads of praise, but I don't slap on him. I don't. Ow. I don't slap on them, and I know a lot of people do. They do hunting, and they get real sweaty, the horses, and then sometimes Charlotte goes on the drag hunt. We're not allowed to hunt foxes now; it's illegal. So they drag for the dogs, and they still have a great day out with the horses. Those horses get real sweaty, and the guys that have quite a bit to drink, some of them, and they have their rest, and as they have their rest, good boy, what a good boy! And they're really slapping on the horses, and you can't say anything, can you? They've had a drink, and but you can see in the horses, they go, they hate it. They hate being slapped, and I played around with all ways of where to scratch him and do that. And the power of touch to a horse is almost as powerful as the food reward, in my opinion. It's something we don't do enough of, and I find a real soft touch. And I do paddle, but I cup them, and you can hardly hear it. You can hear that. You hear that? You can't hear that. That's a cup. And all the colts, I cup them all over. I'm not slapping them. And once that's done, I hardly do it, you know. And if I do pat them, it's just a little human thing, like a pat on the back. It's you're all going to stop the who pats? Do you all pat really? Come on, you little patters. Where are you? It horrifies me and Charlotte when we see it because we're so deranged about it now. It's one of those things. So, he's had a little break there. Let's see. Right. Okay. You see that working? You said you haven't been able to do it. I put the start of it for you. You're going to be able to get that good because I put the eye bit in. You've got to top it up. Every day I go to the stable and get him backing up. Now, if he didn't, right, the next stage, if you have a day where he won't do it, then you tap his chest with a stick. You're going to hurt him. but you always ask for the cue first. Will you back up? 1,000, 2,000, I'm doing it hard now, tap, rub, go again. And he'll say, to hell with that stick. So you want the easiest route. Look at that. Mate. Let me get enough space. We will try that. So look, I want to park him now. There. So I want to park him, hindquarters, back up a bit. Go a bit more. That's where I want you to park. You see how I just not moved? And I just parked him exactly where I wanted. Park your horses. And if you get to the stage where you can do that, I mean, with my horses now, because they're really good at groundwork. If I'm talking to somebody, I just look, and then you want to go over there, don't you, Steve? And they go, I can't go around. And people go, what did you just do? I said, oh, I wanted him there. So playing with parking your horse is a good little game to play. I want you over there. So try and stay where you are. Try and focus on it and get all the different body parts working. So you manoeuvred that horse into place. You're using all your little bits of groundwork. It's wonderful. We're just going to try and see whether I can get him to go unrequested. Forward motion. Now there's a time when you can allow that or you have to. If they feel a need to move their feet, you've got to, what we said earlier about an innate response, they can't control it because they will hold it against you if they need to move and you stop them. There's a difference. And that's horsemanship, that's the feel in between. Figuring out when you have got to, you've got to give them his feet. It's knowing that feel in between. Pressure, release, and feel in between. So I'm going to see if I can get him to go through a bit of a gap here. 6 foot. Lovely. Oh, lift for the hindquarters. Now, go. Yes. I'm not even going to, because he really wanted to push me here, and he said, no, I'm not going there. I'm not going there. You're worse to push into than that. So now I'm going to try and bend him with this bit, because with your shank bits, you won't be able to bend them the same. And but you go back to, I love a shank bit, but I get everything good. The snaffle is the best bit for lateral work, and it's when I've got all of that I then go to a shank. But I don't even, most people in the UK, they have snaffles really, that's it. And I don't use any, the nose bands that hold the mouth shut. I quit all that. Because a relaxed horse is a relaxed mouth. And a lot of people really tighten it up, and the horses get more and more jacked up. And the last demo there was a horse there that the owner was frightened to ride, because it's always up. They bring it in, and she brought it in with, I don't know, there's like a bridge in its mouth, like a metal bridge. It's just like the metal in there, so, and all tied shut. Come on. So there he's blocking me down. So I'm saying, no, you really need to listen. Thank you. And I said, let's take it all out. So we took it all out. We dropped the bit down. We put my stuff in there. We dropped it down, so it was really low. So all those smiles went out, all the wrinkles, they all went out. And you know what? Just within a minute, the head came down. She said he's never been so quiet in his mouth. So less is more when you're trying to control the horse. Less is more. So I'd go to a halt or a snaffle, get things good in that, and then go on. That's what I would do. So we'll see if you'll bend. Let's bring him here.
Yeah, that's.
Bring him here. Now when this comes out, I'm going to have something in mind here. This, like the bit, because you said it's bad to bit. This comes out when that's the only place that will come off. And round and round and round and round. Do you think he's going to do that? Huh? He's neck brain trained, is he? Well, the only way you're going to be able to do a proper, meaningful one brain stuff is getting direct bending. So, I'm going to move it. Right? I'm going to move it. I just move him, work on bend, move him, and I'm going to wait till he offers a stop. Wait till he offers a stop, yeah? I'm going to wait till he offers a stop. It could take a long time, I'm going to hold here, and see whether I can wait for an offer of a stop. It's coming in a second. Every horse, eventually, certainly by breakfast time, will have to stop. So I'm just walking around here, I'm not even gazing at him. And he's almost there. He's almost there. I've got to try and recognise him when he comes. And I don't care how long it takes. How long it takes. Please stop.
He's going to pass out and get dizzy.
Bloody hell.
Yep, my money was on it.
Right, did you see the time
Yeah.
to quit that? I haven't come across a horse yet that hasn't offered the stop. So I think we've got a farrier here somewhere. Where was mine? Over there? Yeah. Okay. You know, what I'll do with horses that won't pick the feet up, but remember I've got the luxury of time, the farrier hasn't. Agreed? So the farrier have to get on with their job, just like my son-in-law. But if a horse won't pick its foot up, I don't try and hold it. So right then, we'll do what we've just done here. And then they offer a stop and say, no, we'll go again until they want to stop. And then I'll reset and I'll go pick the foot up if they want to move. Again, twice as long now. And I haven't come across a horse yet that doesn't say, okay, I'll consider this. So then you go, you pick it up a bit and say, that's what I want. Up to you, you've got to, so that's making our idea their idea. So I'm going to see if he moves now when I'm going to reach down, I'm going to touch his neck, see whether I can get, whoa, that's nice. So I've got my little, now it might be different this side, it might be different this side. So, this side, just like in the saddle, lift up, reach down to the reds, hand on the neck, and try and get. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. That's nice. So you all might try this and your horses might move. You've just seen what I did. You've got to remember something. Don't have sandals on when you do it. Because you've got to remember to get as they come round, keep getting your foot out of the way. Because once you're committed, if you don't get the stop, then they're convinced they've got to keep going to get the release. So you've got to keep going until they stop. So this is looking good. So run my hand down on the neck, and then wait for a nice light feel. Look. So this is all building up to you being able to start with one rein, connected to his feet. Right? So up in the middle, that's the buckle we call it really, but it's not. I just put the green on, so that's the buckle of an English rein. How many English reins is it?
It should be blue for buckle.
Blue in lots. Yeah. Wow. Right, up, down to the red, touch, and he's not moving. So he's switched on. He's saying, I ain't moving. So he's very high-headed. So I would do loads of dropping his head. It's more important with him because he gets real. So if you can work on, look, Why is he keeping it there? Because it feels good to him. I just done that and it felt good to him. So we left it there. And have you ever seen a horse really upset with the set down? You don't see it. They throw it up, you see the whites of the eyes, and that's when it's not done like that. So what I do is just concentrate. Again, it's the time you have to put in. You could go down that arena when you've got it good and just spend an hour down there and just keep it on till they're not bringing it up. See? So I love that. I love that. How could I possibly love that? Keeps going on. That's fantastic. That's absolutely fantastic. See? I just keep on keeping on. And I get a kick out of that. Did anyone get a kick out of it? So we're in good shape. Now there, I might just play around, offsetting with something. So there, and then push into my space. So there, right, everything is about my space. And calming him. And I come into his space. I'm allowed to do that in his space. I'm allowed to do that. So, you want to jump up? I think it's calm enough for you too. Do you? The people there? That's showing, that's appreciation for being gutsy.
The deaf people clap.
No, they just want to show.
They just want to show. That was ounces. That was ounces. So, now, he's got a problem. Let me just put this on him. He's got a problem. You probably don't know it. You smell nice. What do you want? Oh, that's what it is. It's the bath water. Oh. So, have you tried to get on? Does he stand still for you to get on? I don't think you. Okay. Okay. Because I'm going to offer as if I'm getting on him, but I think he's going to move, and I'll just show what I do. So, the first thing I do is set their feet. Okay, there's about 6 things that I do. First thing is set the feet. So he's kind of set to leave there. So I'll push on the saddle, and I'll keep pushing on the saddle till he spreads those. God almighty. Right. So then I was. Huh? Oh, you mean the part that's the back? Okay. He's wider than he was. So what I do, I usually spread. When you said park out, I had no idea what you were saying. I kind of said, yeah. I had no idea. But can I show what a normal horse? Yeah, so, I shouldn't have said it like that, sure. So I really set their feet. That's number 1, okay? So number 1, set their feet. So I've done that, that's a cue. Now the second cue is to pick up the reins. So if they move, when I pick up the reins, then I turn them loads till they offer a stop. Give a rub, then I set their feet again, and then I'll pick up the reins, and if they don't move, that's good. So there's 2. The third one is, who wears jumpers? Jumpers loads. It's the old jumper thing when you do this, loads of horses move. They do. You get the first 2 good, and you do that, oh, you get on now, so then you spin. So you've got to go up in stages. So you've got a foundation for getting the horse to wait to get on. And then whenever it goes south, you start from the beginning again, so you have this foundation. And when you get a horse tall, you go to do the saddle, he goes, yeah, got it? And then you pick up the reins, you do the jumper, you have a little check, and he goes, no, I'm moving. And then up, bounce, and, because I love horses to wait to get on. Well, that's when I could get on from the ground. The old knees popped a bit now. So So we've got that. Then it is the jumpers and then up and then bounce. And I'm quite happy with that. So do you want to side him up? How do you want to come to come out with you? Yeah, and then he sides up, doesn't he? You've taught him that. So just say yes.
Yes.
You've done a bloody good job of that. That's great. And then maybe, because he's a bit far away from you there, isn't he? So I would walk around again. Okay. So, yeah. Just walk back to me. This way. Just direct riding. It's okay. Well, now there, what we instinctively do is pick up on the reins and let go when it's hard. We're just going to let him just chill for a minute, and then we're going to try and bend him. Now, you might go dizzy, but the first job is to get to hold the reins here, roughly where the red is onto there. Put your other hand on his neck, right? Because that throws this rein out of play. So it serves two purposes. One, it's a cue for standing still. And by touching it, this comes out of play as a big droop in it. Because what a lot of people will do, will keep that tight and you can't bend it. And they do it without realising. So, it's not bad, is he? I mean, he's in here on his own. What do you think? What are you?
Feeling below.
He's blowing. Do you want to walk him around a bit more? Or? Right,
I
so.
can feel it. He's not real confident.
No. Well, we didn't think he would be, but he's not, probably not, you know, I don't think it's bad. Not yet. Right, so what you're going to have to do, you choose which side you do first. Right, so you'll reach down, you reach up with your green, which is the middle. Yeah, up high, you'll reach down to roughly just above the everything. Other hand goes on the neck, yeah, and bring that round to there and hold. Let go. Then let go of your hand. Wow, better than I thought. To be honest, I thought it was going to spin on it. It must have been my work.
I've never tried to do this.
No, well, we wanted to confuse you. Right, again, green up.
Same side.
Yeah, down to just above the red, hand on the neck with the rein, yeah, and up to your hip, and then lovely, there you go. This is good, much better. And I thought, one more time this side. And that's nice that he's dropped his head. See, I'd let him do that. Just for now, in this situation, it's great that he felt comfortable enough to do that. So get ready again. Run your hand down to the reds, and on your neck, and hold. Brilliant. Now I'm going to walk around the other side, or I could walk away and see what happens. So I don't know what to do. Are you entertained enough? Right, this side then. So you reverse it now. Now you can do this 100 times in the stall. Right, and on the neck, come round to there. Oh, brilliant. And then let go. The fact that you put the hand on the neck means this is loose. And it becomes, like I say, it's a two-pronged thing. One is you get rid of that, so it doesn't cry on the wrong side of his mouth. And two, you have the touch to stop. Again. Now, you're not telling me he's not relaxing now. He's starting to relax. Then he relaxes. Right, I want you to back him up now, but we're going to use the string. And you could use that as well. Pick up the string, right? And I'm going to help you with this. Say when you, right? Now, turn. Yeah. Shot, just pull it back. Now, release. You've got to release at the thought. I know he is. And again. And straighten his neck. Right, go ahead, and again. And release. Good. Release. Don't do any more, give him a rub. Now bend him again, both sides. And the bending I would do, you could sit on your horse in the stable or your little turner and really practice that up to your hip. See where it is on the hip? That's where you bring it. But set your reins, set your tape. Did the tapes make any sense to you all? Yeah. Oh, it's just where it's such good. But where it's not too overbent, and you automatically, when you're bolting off, there it is. Brilliant. Another step back, so get your reins and then the step. Does that is that starting to work?
He was blocked up.
Yeah, all you believe in that. Just reward at the beginning like this. There's no reason why you couldn't do this in your little. What do is, guys, in Linz, there's a lovely long stable interval park, and it's great, loads of stalls. And at the end, there's a little turnout. You just walk straight in under the same roof, and it's probably about 30 foot by 30 foot. Lovely ground. That's where I'd be doing all this. And I'd enjoy going in there and doing it. And I think you could. Now you've experienced this, you can go and do this. Get it good. So, now we're going to get you to walk. Walk towards me, and when you're ready, try and be fluid in that same thing. So you lift up, you reach down to your red, and then you put your hand on the neck and hold it there till that foot stops. Now just relax, no leg, smile, you just smile, and wait till he stops and goes soft, alright? And the reason he did that, you didn't have the red. Did you notice where the hand was? It's too far up, yeah. But that was a good thing you got there, because sometimes I spin more and you can go dizzy, and that's like, sometimes it doesn't go exactly to plan, but the more they spin and then don't stop, the more they convince they're going to spin. But that's really good. So, start walking, you want to do 5 or 6, one way stops on that side. So you get, yeah, so you lift up, reach down, hand on the neck, and sink in the saddle, and remember to get your rein a little bit shorter next time, because he's not really bent around there. Smile, yeah, that smile, stop the horse. Try not to eyeball him.
I'm looking at my foot.
Okay, I'll delete you. But you've got to be aware that as you get to a few more, that you're not starting to go over here. Because they get the drop on you, so you sort of bring him to here. So up you go again, same side, and then you get more fluid now, aren't you? You get more down to the red, yeah, and then touch. You kind of losing your rein a little bit, and it's coming 6 inches above, but you can work on it. Hold it a bit longer next time till he goes soft with you. You with what I'm saying? Because then it was a hardness where she released. Again, we'll get where we release. It's exactly what we get from horse, where we release every pressure. And again, lift up, reach right down, and hand on the neck and hold that solid, and don't look at it. And and then wait. Yes! Now if he ever moves, it don't matter a diddly squat, because then you've got a chance to work on a bend, one way or the other. And then again, giving you the chance to do one right stop. Lovely. And then when he goes soft, if he moves, your advantage. Brilliant. Look at all this chance to practice he's giving you. But in a minute, you'll use we call it use your loaf. Do you ever say that? Use your brain, use your loaf, that's what we say. So you bring him back here. So that all his efforts are not taking him back to the way out. Is that the first time we've done it that side? Yeah, okay. So it shows, just check it. Just stay with it. Just stay with it. it would have helped if we were a bit shorter, but don't do that now. Perfect, now bring it back here. So you see how you'll always get there if you stay in the storm of it all. The little breakdown, they're looking for a way out of this. If you've got it proficient on this, I'm giving you some keys that when it gets difficult with you, rather than pulling like this, which sends his head up, cry, and then you realise really this bit is a bluff. When they know it's a bluff, good luck. Down pat now. But it's because mentally we're dealing with him wanting to go over there. There's a whole lot taking place here, mentally in his mind, in his needs. That was my horse now. I would be in here till he got in a walk, trot, the canter later on. Walk and trot, I'd be in here a couple of hours if need be, till his head was down here and I could do it round here without it spinning me over there. But all the demo can do is show you what we're doing and how to is that alright? Yeah. Bring it back. Do you feel like you may be having a bit more of an idea of control of it?
Yeah.
Honestly now.
Honestly, it is like that, a tool I can use when he starts.
It's a big tool. Yeah. Now that all helps bending in the rib. That's not just a one-way stop. That's the bending in the rib cage. That's the getting light, helping lightness, bending the rib cage, making connection from the reins to his feet, albeit it's stopping, and that all sets you up for all those turns, 1, 2s, 1s, 3s. That's the start of it. But if you've got so good at that, now you asked about disengaging. Now I disengage rather than every 6-ish. So every 6 stops, I'll disengage, and then hold and wait. So if you just disengage, is that what you're doing? No, okay. Yeah? So yeah, do you know why that was? We all lost contact with him for a second. We were all just, we got off topic. He knew we lost contact with him. So he said, to hell with you, Mum, I'm going back. Yeah. Give me yeah, now back him up with touch if you can. Pick it up. Just release. That was blooming light then, wasn't it? Do you see how those strings can help? Oh, are they all sold, Tanya? Are all the strings gone? Oh, they're gone.
All gone.
They ain't that good.
It only brings so much.
I can't. I think they're one of the best things ever. And we use them because who bought them? Who bought them? A few in. The little splice in the end. They're great for picking feet up with the fetlocks and yeah. Well, that could be a drink in the lounge, Tanya.
I think it's on here.
Oh, it's on here. And I think you've got. Did you learn something there, guys? It's only basic stuff, but there's nothing bigger than the basics, and you work from those basics onwards then. Hopefully. Yeah, those I think really well.
So that was kind of the end of the demo there. I was really happy that the way that went, and I think horse and owner came out of that a lot better than when they started. But as I was about to take the bridle off now, or I asked the owner to take the bridle off, she did say, oh, I'd rather not take it off here because he'll throw his head up terrible. It's something I didn't know about, but he throws his head really badly, been that way since she got him. So I thought that was a great opportunity for me to try and help that a little bit, or show people maybe what I would do to try and start improving that, because it's all of those things that, you know, a horse takes notice of, and if you can kind of work with them and make it easy for them, and they start to look to you for support, it helps other things as well. So yeah, that's what this little bit is now. It's an extra little bit of me working to try and change his mind about throwing his head away and clanking his teeth and all of that.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's just see if we can maybe think about this. So, first thing I do Yeah, that's what he does. So the only time my fingers will come out, I don't know if you can see this, guys, the only time he's going to get rid of my sweaty fingers is when he is not up there, not up there, not up there, there. Alright, so I'm going to do this for a little while. He's already thinking about there. See the timing of this? Better know where he is? He's already working this out in 4 releases. 4 releases. Alright, so I'm going to put my finger in there and there. You see this, guys? You see this happening as it happens? So here, there. Okay, there we go. That's where he gets rid of all of this. And I'm not saying this is going to be beautiful when I take it off, but this is where I start. His release for anything is not, is my way. So if I take this off, right, I'm going to leave this like this, and then, so was that the best? Yeah? So I would do that time and time again, but I would use a little bit of rope in his mouth. A little bit of rope or a rubber piece, and get to where I take the bridle off, and this is where it comes together in there. And you've seen exactly how I start the process of, does that make sense to you then? You can get that good. Let's just take that. Now there, again, I want this to come over his ears, so I'm going to do this, rub in there. So anything that comes up, work on it till it's a little bit better. Each day. As long as we finish it somewhere else, yeah, bring them both down together. So do you want me to leave him here?
Now that was quite a big ask for this horse, guys, with such a high anxiety issue that he had, and we really wasn't that sure how it would go, but you've got to give credit to his owner. I think she did absolutely wonderful to have the courage to bring that horse out to me in front of the audience and actually get on and practice those one rein stops and just being on there in front of people, because he can be a frightening handful. He gets anxious, but I think personally, I think everything was left in a real great place. I think his owner learnt some stuff, how to get down to his feet. I think he craved that in the end. He craved that leadership both on the ground and those stops to get him kind of out of trouble. And I think it was all on the kind of up. And I think that demo went really well. So, yeah, sorry about the sound. The sound is not good. It's one of those things with the indoor arenas. But I think you could hear it enough to the bits that you want to try and learn a little bit from. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed that, guys. And again, happy trails all, and see you soon.